Good morning, my beautiful besties. Welcome back to another beautiful brand new day. Today we are going on a little adventure. We are currently in San Francisco. I know last time we came out to San Francisco we were like, this isn't it. It is scary. And while yes, it was very much so scary, we want to give it another shot, and this time we're actually going to be going to Alcatraz, and I'm so freaking excited because it's something I've always wanted to do. Never been to Alcatraz, never been to an island, never been on a boat. We're going to cross all of those things off the bucket list today. First stop of the day, I'm going to take you guys to a popular location that wasn't really requested, but last time we came to San Francisco, a lot of you guys kept saying that the reason why you have wanted to come to San Francisco or to visit was because of Princess Diaries. So I thought it would be perfect if we visited Mia Thermopolis's house, and that's where we're going right now if we can find it, because we keep getting lost. You know, San Francisco is still scary. Second time around wasn't easier. Well, this does not make any sense, but I guess we'll figure it out when we get there.
Like sharp left right there, what?
Yes, like that. Okay, so this is what they mean. I'm gonna go straight.
They just go straight.
No worries, some flatlanders walking, just driving through here. Right here.
Where?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Turn right onto Lisbon Street.
There was no stop sign, but
I don't see no stop sign.
you know what? I think it was straight. The other one. It was straight the other way.
Head southwest on Paris
Okay,
Street toward Excelsior Avenue.
You can go straight here.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Brazil Avenue.
Watch out.
Brazil.
Ooh, paletero man!
Paletero man, you
Ooh.
better look around, son.
Yes, sir. I think it's that one right there.
Which one?
That big white building, I think. It used to be a firehouse or like a fire station.
Your destination is on the right.
Yep. There she is. Here.
That's it?
Nope, that one right here. Look. There's the engine house number, and then when we get to the other side, you're gonna be able to see the staircase. Yep, there it is. Okay, let's go. now that we've seen it, it's actually an Airbnb spot. You could actually stay in the top house.
Engine number 43. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Just what I
In a quarter
love.
mile, turn right onto Brandon Street.
Nice. Okay, I hope you guys can tell how steep that hill is. Like, that is straight. Hey, look, right over there, it says, accept money. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. We have now arrived at Pier 39, which is one of the more, like, busy areas. It's where they have a lot of little, like, shops and restaurants. And we stopped here, one, to use the restroom, and two, because we wanted to make sure that we ate before we left, because we weren't sure how long we were going to be on the island for, and we didn't know what to expect. So we went here to Lorenzo's Pizzeria, and it was actually very, very good. Highly recommended if you're in the area. Little fun experience. So we got just a pepperoni pizza to fill our tummies up before we left, and I was a little nervous though. I was curious if I was gonna get seasick because I've never been on a boat before, but also the boat ride was only like 15 minutes, so yeah, I don't think much damage could have happened, but I wasn't sure, so I was a little nervous eating here. And then we made our way over to Pier 33, which is where we were going to be boarding the boat to head to Alcatraz Island. We are currently on our way to board the boat. We've never been on a boat before. Have you been on a boat before, Dad?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'm with the professional then. So our original boarding time was supposed to be 3:20 p.m. and we ended up getting our tickets checked and making our way into the line at around like 2:20-ish or so. But then I guess they ended up having some space and they asked us if we wanted to go early, so we were like, yeah, sure, why not. Also, I'm gonna say I'm dizzy, and it's gonna make sense if you look at this clip and see how much this boat is moving.
You like standing right there looking at the cars.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm just standing. Whoa, I'm dizzy. I really am. I'm so dizzy. Hello. Whoa. Here? Up there? Here? Yeah.
See the front.
Guys, I'm so dizzy. Standing? Right here?
When we leave, we'll go.
When we leave, we can go up there. Aquí? No? What are you doing? I'm dizzy. I don't know where I am. Ay, ay, ay. Sir, you don't feel dizzy?
Don't look at the road.
Oh. Yeah. So cool. I've never been on a boat before. This is my first time. My dad has been on a boat before. He said he went out into the middle of the ocean to go fishing, and I'm trying to pretend like I'm not on a boat right now because I am dizzy. Might be the anxiety, but I'm dizzy. Whoa. We were supposed to board at 3:20, but they let us go early, so 2:40. We were gonna get up deck, but since we came early, it's already full. And wait, no, we came late but early for our time, and it's already full up there, so we're just gonna like go up there when we come back. I'm good. We're moving. Am I the trauma? I don't think I'm the trauma. No, but seriously though, I was a little dizzy. I mean, you could see right here just how much the boat sways back and forth. And in my defense, I've never been off land. Like, I've never been on an airplane and never been on a boat of any sort. So this was something new for me, and it kind of caught me off guard. And honestly, I was only dizzy for the beginning part, like where I was just like getting on the boat, but it wasn't even that bad. And you'll see, I just kind of like get used to it after. But yeah, that was my first time ever on a boat. It was pretty insane. On the way back, I enjoyed it a lot more. It was so nice, so peaceful, and would 10 out of 10 recommend a boat ride. So here we are finally departing, and we're making our way out, and the boat is actually reversing, which I thought was kind of funny because I'm like, hey, we're going in the wrong direction, guys. Alcatraz is that way. Hey, we're going in the wrong direction. So the entire ride to Alcatraz from the dock is about 10 to 15 minutes, and it actually feels pretty fast. We ended up making our way out to the front of the boat because that's where we were going to get the best view, and that's when I realized, okay, it's actually not that bad. Are there any sharks? Welcome to Crystal's History Channel, where you won't actually get the full history, and I'm just gonna speed it up. But I will link in my description some articles in case you guys want to read up more on the island and just kind of know its history. But I'm gonna dumb it down and just make it kind of quick. Alright, let's start in 1849, after the island was sold to the US government, and it housed the first lighthouse on the coast of California. Shortly after, they started building, you guessed it, buildings on there, and it became a military prison. That's where they housed, or I guess a lot of the residents that were put in the jail were any sort of military offenders. And then afterwards, in 1934 to 1963, it became a federal prison for the most quote-unquote dangerous civilian prisoners. And some of the more famously known prisoners were Al Capone, Machine Gun Kelly, not the one we know now, but this one is called George Kelly, known as Machine Gun Kelly.
This island became a new national park. I'm going to take you back to the year 1969. The date is November 20th, and it is late at night. Now, during this time, a group of over 90 people, some of them went as far south as 30 miles, and they boarded boats and they came to this island under the cover of darkness. They were trying to avoid detection from the Coast Guard. Most of these 90 people were local Native American Studies college students. They formed a group that they called the Indians of All Tribes, and they were heading to Alcatraz Island to begin a protest.
So one question I was asked quite a lot was, is Alcatraz haunted? And to be honest, I didn't get any spooky vibes from it. I don't know if I'm just really closed off. I think I am. I didn't see anything scary or spooky about it. It just felt like a regular prison. And I'm thinking maybe like at nighttime, it's definitely probably spooky. Like I would go back only if I went at nighttime. I wouldn't go back again to see it after I already saw it. But it was a really cool experience. Definitely like a really fun first time thing. So we made our way up the hills. There's a lot of hills, guys. If you plan to go, make sure you wear comfortable shoes because there's a lot of walking and a lot of uphill. Ooh, actually, one thing that was very scary about Alcatraz was the amount of flies on that island. I've never heard anyone talk about an infestation of flies, but it was insane. I could not think straight. And yeah, I was just kind of getting over the flies. I think if there's a population of ghosts there, the flies definitely overrule. But also, fun fact, flies are sometimes known to be a sign of like a demonic presence. So honestly, the boat ride wasn't that bad. It's just there's a lot of flies out here. There are so many flies. That could have been us then. That could have been us.
Nos vemos.
Yeah. I swear que me bañé.
Fish probably.
Maybe. There's something fishy going on in this prison, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. We gotta go in there to get the audio tour thing. Do you think they have enough for everyone that's on this island right now?
I don't know. Ready?
Yeah. Oh, there's flies all over me. Huh? Where?
Building. Here.
Building.
Building right there.
Oh. I can't think with all these flies. We are now making our way up the hill to head over to the cell house and pick up an audio tour. I believe this is the only tour they offer, unless there's one that you can pay for where they give you a tour, but audio tour is pretty much what everyone does. And we went to go pick one up, but to be honest, we started to listen to it, but then we just kind of like stopped, and I feel like there's enough like general information that we kind of understood, so we didn't really need it. But a lot of people say that it's really worth it, so I don't know, we just didn't listen to it. But as you can see here, at the entrance is also where the prisoners would get checked in. So this is where they had like the shoes, the clothes. They also had showers there. Also, fun fact, Alcatraz has been used as a filming location, and one of the ones that I recognized, if you've ever seen the movie Catch Me If You Can, this is the scene where Frank is running down here, and then Tom Hanks' character and the cops are like right after him, and everyone here is like cheering really loud. Another movie is Jurassic Park. When the gates are closing, they use the sound of these doors closing as a Foley sound for it.
This is what you want to listen for. You've seen Jurassic Park 1, and you can visualize those gates closing, those heavy metal gates closing. That sound you heard when those gates closed is the sound of the slammer here at Alcatraz.
On June 12, 1962, as guards made their routinely morning bed checks, 3 convicts were missing. John England, Clarence England, and Frank Morris came up with the devious plan to escape from Alcatraz. They cleverly placed dummy heads in their beds made of plaster, flesh tone paint, and real human hair that fooled the guards. The prison went into lockdown and an intensive search began. Fun fact, a 4th man by the name of Alan West, who was supposed to go with them, but he wasn't fully able to escape his cell and he was left behind, unfortunately. But let me go over some of the stuff that I see here on the FBI's website. I will link it down below for you guys if you guys want to read the article. First, let's talk about what they did. They made a homemade drill made of a motor broken from a vacuum cleaner. First of all, where did they get the vacuum cleaner? Because I went to the jail, there was no carpet for them to like vacuum unless they vacuumed the beds. But like, where did this vacuum cleaner thing come from? They loosened the air vents at the back of their cells by painstakingly drilling closely spaced holes around the cover so that they could remove that portion of the wall. And you might be asking, like, how did they not see the holes? Well, they covered it with things. I mean, so much for a high maximum security prison. But they built life jackets and a makeshift raft using raincoats. What? These guys were smart. Listen, at this point, like, if I was an FBI agent, I'd be like, I'm a chismosa. I'm nosy. I just need to know, did you guys make it or not? Because like this plan was clever. You guys win. Just let me know. So on the night of June 11th was the day that they were ready to escape, and the reason that they left behind Alan West was because his ventilator girl wasn't able to be completely removed. So they were like, y'all, we gotta go. Too bad. And so what they did was they went through the ventilator, they got onto the prison roof, and then they shimmied down the bakery smokestack at the rear of the cell house, per this website. And they climbed over the fence and snuck to the northeast shore of the island and launched their raft. Now, this is where it gets crazy because these guys were never found. No bodies ever came up. And so they don't know if whether or not they made it across the ocean. And after going here, I have concluded that I think they survived. And I will let you know why after these short messages. This no, this is shuffleboard. My dad said this is hopscotch. This is where they would play baseball right here. Look, oh, they even have the bases.
And the bridge.
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
Ooh. Oh, damn, these stuffs are steep. There's the Golden Gate Bridge. Carl is not in sight. Oh, maybe that's a little bit of Carl right there. Would you look at that? So, the question is, would the prisoners who tried to escape, the England brothers and Morris, would they have made it? Would I have made it? No. Would they have made it? I think so. If they were smart enough to escape prison, I really think that they made it and they just never got caught. So, as I mentioned, they were smart enough to escape prison. I think if they had the determination and the brains to escape without getting caught, I think they were able to swim across. And also, there's a bunch of competitions, or not competitions, but like swim-a-thons, if that's what you'd call them, that they hold like yearly, where people swim to Alcatraz and they're totally fine. In fact, I watched these YouTubers called Kara and Nate, and they did the swim and they survived. So these guys had to have survived. People say Alcatraz is haunted, but I don't know if I'm just really closed off because I do not sense any sort of like hauntings here. Nothing feels off. It just feels like a regular prison.
Man, good thing you guys didn't come. I don't know how I'm gonna make it home. Boy, just look at them stairs right there that we had to climb up and down all over the place. Man, this ain't easy.
Did you take calambre pills?
Let me see. Let me check. Papang!
Oh, officer, arrest him.
911.
Officer, right there.
FBI, come on in, fellas! Maybe if a ghost comes out and gets a calambre, sell him some.
He's a guard.
He's guard.
Maybe he's an old guard. Kim Bird.
Maybe we can interview him. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, kind sir.
Is Al Capone around?
Is Al Capone still here? Don't do anything if yes. That means yes. Oh, look, what a good guard. Just sits there. Hey, no sleeping on the job. Wake up. They're gonna fight. There's a glitch in the system. They're literally just floating. That's weird. Maybe those are haunted birds.
After years of no evidence of whether or not these men survived, in the year 2013, the San Francisco police received a letter from someone alleging to be one of the escapees. And in the letter they wrote, "My name is John Anglin. I escaped from Alcatraz in June 1962. Yes, we all made it that night, but barely." They also claim that Clarence Anglin died in 2008 and that Morris died in 2005. And he wanted to strike a deal with the police that if they went on national television and said that he would do no more than 1 year of prison, he would give them their exact location in exchange for medical treatment because he had cancer. However, after comparing to another letter that had his penmanship, they said that it wasn't enough evidence for them to prove that this was in fact John Anglin. But to be honest, like, this man was older than the time that he had that letter. I feel like penmanship changes over time. I feel like either way, I think they made it. I think they survived, to be honest, and they were smart enough to not get caught.
Maybe this was the movie scene, because there were no cells on this side, but there were on this side. But there also wasn't this staircase. So who knows? Well, put that there. Ooh, privacy.
I see here. Is it on?
Yes, I think. Room tour. What's up, MTV Cruise? It's kind of tight in here. It's stinky. This is one of the haunted ones. If there's anyone in here, say something. 132. So 133. So that's 134.
31, 32.
33. So this was Al Capone. Unless that's one. No, those are the 60s. So yeah. If Google's right, this one's it. Stand right there, maybe Al Capone will stand next to you. This is where they would film their podcast. Okay, so if you plan to come to Alcatraz, make sure you wear good shoes because you're going to do a lot of walking. We ended up doing 4.16 miles, 9,198 steps, and we're not even done yet.
We're not done yet.
So, good walking
Papa
shoes.
made it.
Yep.